Welcome to Science Battle 2010, where scientists across time and space battle over theories. Today we'll be watching the battle over the atomic model. I, Democritus, have come up with the most brilliant idea ever. I have discovered the building blocks of life. I have called them atoms after the Greek word atome, meaning indivisible. Everything, including qualities such as the soul, are made up of uniform, indivisible pieces of matter. Who dares challenge my theory?
I do. Well, hello everyone. I'm guessing you are here to admire the smartest scientist ever to exist. Because I have given you scientists of the future the modern atomic theory. Because I, John Dalton, have figured out that everything in this world is made up of atoms. And not only this, each element has its own mass. Not only was I smart enough of an English chemist and physicist, I also figured out elements can form compounds, which will give the element a completely different characteristic. But these are very, very hard to separate once again. This is why you scientists of the future can figure out the rest.
Hey guys, I'm JJ Thompson. Now, my model is the most awesome model there is because it's the most correct. Atoms are composed of these tiny electrons inside a uniform, positively charged goo. An analogy is my shirt, where the post-it notes are the electrons, and my black shirt is the uniform, positively charged goo.
Hi, this is Ernest Rutherford. In 1909, I conducted an experiment to find the shape of the atom. It was which called the Geiger-Manson experiment, also known as the Goldford experiment. Now, we all know it's a little difficult to understand because it involves with alpha particles shooting through the gold foil. Now, I'll take an analogy from the modern society to make things easier for you guys to understand. Now, what we have here is a celebrity. Now, we can call them as nucleus or atoms. Here, we have a crazy fans. We can also say they are the alpha particles. Now, when they charge, the nucleus bounces them off. So, this means that the nucleus meets together, it repels, therefore the alpha particle wasn't able to go through. Since it has more energy, it can go closer to the nucleus.
Hello, I'm James Chadwick, and I conducted the beryllium experiment. I'm going to tell you how it works. Polonium-214, the alpha particle shoots alpha particles to the beryllium wall. He's an alpha particle. The beryllium wall emits unknown particles which hit the paraffin wax wall. So, be like unknown particles, unknown, which hit the paraffin wax wall. And the paraffin wax wall would emit protons which would hit the particles in the cloud chamber. And the observed motion tells us the energy of the protons, which indirectly tells us something about the energy of the unknown particle. So there was an unknown experiment conducted by Bothe and Becker before using the same setup, polonium, beryllium, and paraffin wax. They found that the particle released by this setup is penetrating but non-ionizing. Non-ionizing since it has no charge. They thought that the unknown particle were gamma rays, but some other scientists disagreed with the idea since the projected energy given off by this unknown particle is way above the projected energy associated with gamma rays. So this might be another particle with a certain mass. I used the energy conservation principle to derive the mass of this unknown particle, and I found out that its mass is very near to the mass of the proton. Actually, almost the same with the mass of the proton. And of course, it has no charge. Therefore, I call this particle a neutral particle or a neutron.
Good afternoon, Niels Bohr here to discuss my fundamental contribution to the atomic model, for which I won a Nobel Prize in 1922. What is best about my Bohr model is that I have taken all the previous models and learned from the errors of the past scientists, and created a more accurate depiction of the atom. It is based off the Rutherford model, and looks something like... What? Okay, ready? Say you have one person, a very, very happy person, looks happy and energetic. This is a proton which has a positive charge, and it is located at the center of the atom called the nucleus. Then you have another person who is very, very sad and upset, possibly crying. This will be an electron which is negatively charged. The electron moves around the nucleus continuously, around and around and around. And if this was to scale, the electron would be very, very far away.
Go.
Well, wasn't that exciting? And we seem to have a winner with the Bohr model, which encompasses the ideas of previous scientists, but makes them better. And remember, it's not stealing. It's just borrowing ideas.